Hey everyone, it's Cryptic here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, you guys probably already figured this out, but this isn't gonna be a normal video. This isn't like a stream content that I'm just editing down. This is actually a very special video I'm doing for Christmas. Now, if you're watching this the day it releases, which is December 25th, Christmas. So, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, I guess. I hope you all are having a great day. You got what you want for Christmas. You're spending time with your family. And if you're not watching this the day it came out, well, Merry Christmas. I don't know. Every day's Christmas. Unless you're Jewish, then Happy Hanukkah. Now, if somehow you haven't figured it out, this is a Q&A type video. In my Discord, there's a link in the description. If you're not already joined in, you should join. It's pretty cool. I made a new channel called Q&A where you guys ask me questions and I'm gonna answer them. I'm not gonna answer all of them, because admittedly some of them are really stupid, but I do want to answer some of them. I was kind of looking for like some meme questions, which I got a ton of, so you guys don't need to keep putting more of those. You'll get the answers to those, but I also wanted serious questions, which I got some of, so I'll have to like go on my alt account and put in some actual serious good questions that I want to talk about. But that's all for the intro. If you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It'll really help me out and it means a lot. Have a great rest of your day. Now please enjoy the video. So for the first question, I thought we'd start off with something simple, something very easy. Let's not go straight into the hard-hitting questions right now. Our first question is, what is your philosophy on life and our purpose? Well, obviously the purpose of life is to watch twitch.tv/cryptic587 every time I'm live, and subscribe with your Twitch Prime, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, which if you're not subscribed right now, do it. Please, it would really help. But all jokes aside, in all seriousness, I don't know how to answer this. I guess the purpose of life is just have fun, do things you enjoy. Doesn't matter if other people don't like it, just if you're doing it and you're not hurting others or yourself, then go ahead, why not? And our next question is a classic. Where were you on January 6th? Now, I could say the truth that I was at home, probably doing school stuff or maybe even streaming, but I know the Kappas are gonna fly to chat. The Connor 6 Frog Dance with their Raid the Capitol and Plandemic spam are gonna start to show themselves right now, but just, I was at home. I wasn't where you think I was. And our next question is, what does your dog think about him being famous? Now, if for some reason you don't know my dog and you've been watching for a while, just go watch the clip of Connor coming to my chat. It's in my YouTube channel. Honest worked. Oh my god, my dog's barking now. My dog barks in that video, you know it. Go to my Twitter, I posted a picture of him. His name is Luke. And he loves being famous. He's kind of egotistical about it now. He's kind of annoying, but, you know, he makes me money, so I'm fine with it. Next, we have, what is your favorite pasta by none other than Pasta Tony, famous Twitch chatter in the Cryptic587 chat. And, of course, I don't think this is a competition. It's spaghetti. I think penne is probably like a runner-up or very close second. But anyways, I think it's pretty obvious. Most people's favorite is spaghetti, and it's a good choice because it's good, but then again, they are all basically the same. Then we have, who do you think is the best profile pic in the Discord? And of course, if you're not in the Discord, link in description, go join it. It is kind of dead, not a lot of people talking it, but when we do, we're pretty cool. But I'd have to say, my favorite profile pic is probably Wherefore, because it's classic. I see it, I know that's Wherefore. I don't know what I'm saying. I know that's not what Wherefore looks like. I know, I just kind of had like a seizure right there. I don't know who it is, but it's iconic. So that's probably my favorite, or it's mine because, you know, it's the cryptic face. Everybody loves a cryptic face. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Now, if you don't know, I am a huge wimp. I hate scary things. I hate scary movies. I hate scary games. And admittedly, I have barely watched any horror movies. I think in my life I've seen about 5 horror movies, and I think only 2 of them were actually in theaters. And so out of those 5, I'd have to say my favorite is probably A Quiet Place 2 or the first Quiet Place, because I remember watching those and I really enjoyed them. I know there's no talking, that's the whole point of the movie, but even then, I think it does a good job of showing the characters and portraying a story. But even then, in the second one, there's a lot more talking than there is in the first. But I do recommend them. They're great movies, and that would happen to be my favorite. I do kind of want to watch more scary movies, but I'm a big old wimp. I hate scary things, and I get scared very easily. So That's my answer. Maybe in 2022 I'll watch more horror movies. Who knows? What's your favorite song? Now, I'll just say my favorite song is probably Robbery by Juice WRLD, and that's it. That's all. I don't really have to explain it. It's a good song. Go listen to it. Juice WRLD is my favorite artist, so it's kind of a given, and I just really love that song. I'll always enjoy listening to it. Sometimes I'll listen to it like 3 times in a row because it's just a good song. Why not? I don't know. Next question. Here's a good question. Favorite disease? Now, I've only been alive for like one major disease. It's a virus, not even a disease. We all know the ones. But I guess, I don't know what my favorite disease is. I don't know, probably like one of the plagues, because I feel like it's got a high kill count, you know, so you gotta put respect on it. And, you know, they just couldn't really do anything. They kind of lost. The plague probably got the nuke at one point. Who knows? I kind of skipped that part in history class, but yeah, I would have to say the plague, or one of the plagues, is my favorite disease. And here's the one that I knew I was going to talk about. I knew someone was going to answer it. Face reveal, that's all the question is. And so I'm going to assume it's like thoughts on a face reveal. Will you ever do one? The answer is yes, I will most likely do one some point in the future. I don't know when. Maybe before 2023, but definitely not this video. Not now, not soon, because I'm still in high school. I still want to have some sort of a normal life, even though I average 10 viewers, so my life's not gonna change. I'm not like a famous TikTok or anything. Go follow my TikTok, by the way. But I just want to keep my identity a secret. I know I kind of got this idea from like Swagger Souls and a bunch of other faceless streamers, YouTubers, just content creators in general. But one day in the future, I definitely will. So you guys will see my face one point, and who knows? It could be in a few months. It could be in a few years. You might never see it. Who knows? I could be lying right now, and I probably am. But just stay tuned. Maybe I was planning on doing a face reveal if I ever like blew up. You know, like I got shouted out by Connor, but I only gained like a couple hundred followers. So if I like ever get into the big leagues and I haven't shown my face, then I definitely will. But probably not until then. Who is your favorite Marvel character? And if you don't know, I'm a huge superhero fan. I love Marvel. I love DC. But instead of just answering who's my favorite Marvel character, I'll say who's my top 5 comic book characters. And so number 1 is definitely going to be Spider-Man, Peter Parker mainly. I do like Miles Morales and Miguel O'Hara, and also Ben Reilly. I've started to like him a lot more, but Peter Parker is still my favorite and probably will be for a while. Number 2 is definitely going to be The Flash, Barry Allen specifically. Again, I like the original a lot more, but I really do like Wally West. I like him a lot, but I just know more about Barry Allen than Wally West, even though I do really want to learn more about Wally. Now, for number 3 is definitely going to be Venom. I don't know why I love him so much. It's just, I remember as a kid watching Spider-Man 3, playing Spider-Man Friend or Foe for the Wii, and Venom being it. I just love Venom. Watching the anime series, he's always just been so cool. Just like a darker version of Spider-Man, so I think it's pretty safe to say everybody loves him. He's all really cool. I really like the Sony movies that they made, even though I know they're not that good. I can recognize their flaws. I just think they're fun to watch, and I really like Venom and Eddie Brock. My number 4 is definitely going to be Daredevil, Matt Murdock, is because I really love the Daredevil show on Netflix. I think it's amazing. Everybody knows that. And Daredevil is just so cool. The lawyer stuff is all really interesting, and I really like his villains. Kingpin is obviously awesome. And then Elektra, the Hand, Punisher, all them, I just think are really cool. And I really just have to give it to the Daredevil show for making him one of my favorite characters. Number 5, I'd have to honestly say it's probably a tie between Doctor Doom and the Red Hood. Now, Doctor Doom is probably one of my favorite villains, if not my favorite villain, out of both Marvel and DC. His suit is awesome, even though in the Fantastic Four movies they haven't done the best job at showing him. I hope when he comes to the MCU, it's gonna be really cool. But also Red Hood, I just recently started liking Red Hood after watching Death in the Family, that animated movie. Even though I already knew about that storyline and everything, I just recently watched it again, and I just think he's a really interesting character, going from Robin to dying by the Joker, getting resurrected in the Lazarus Pit and becoming Red Hood. I just think it's all just very interesting, and of course his suit is really cool. Look up a picture, or there will probably be a picture of him on the screen right now. And of course, over time, these characters are subject to change in their placements, but I think Peter Parker Spider-Man would always be my number one, because I think he's definitely one of the first I found out about, and I've always loved him since I was a little kid. Who's your favorite mod? Now, I could do the meme answer and say, oh, nobody's my favorite mod, but I'm gonna answer this truthfully, and it'll probably be Werefoy or YT Massacre is my favorite mod. I'm saying these two because out of my 4 mods, they're the only 2 that actually are active in my chat, and so that's a plus. They also both sub and give me money, so there's another thing. And even though I always say, mods, can you do a prediction? They never do it. They also never run ads. I do everything. They just have the badge and don't do anything with it. And so it's kind of annoying. But after thinking about all that, I just remembered that actually Pasta Tony is my favorite mod, because one day during Mario Week, I gave him mod for like a minute to ban a bot that was putting a virus link in my chat. Alright, here's a spicy little question. Opinion on furries? Now, I'll be honest with you, I do think it's weird, but then again, I also don't care about them at all. They're not hurting me, they're not hurting anybody else, they're not hurting themselves, they're just having fun, doing what they like, so go off. I don't really care. I will admit it's a little weird. If I see one while I'm watching like Ms. Kiff, I'll type a dance game in chat, of course, that's the culture. But then again, I'm not gonna go on like a hate train about them if I see one in public, because I just don't care that much. Alright, this next question, I'm going to give the certified best question award from Cryptic587. It's, what is your favorite insult? Because I saw this and it gave me a good old chuckle. But I don't really know what my favorite insult is. Recently, I've started to call people bald, because I watched that Slime video where his dad called, or not his dad, where Slime went to Atriarch's dad, and Atriarch's dad called Atriarch bald. It was very funny. You should go watch it.
Brandon, L, plus ratio, plus you're bald, plus your hood watches stands now. Oh, burn.
But even if they're not bald, I just like saying you're bald, and then they're kind of like, they kind of get like stun locked after. They're like, what? I'm not bald. But then you just won at that point. And so I like saying they're bald, or you're white. If they're white, they're just gonna be like, what? If they're not white, they're also gonna be like, what? And so it's like a win-win no matter what. So use those, but don't run them dry, because if you say it all the time, they're gonna lose their kick. You gotta use it sparingly. Here's another pretty hard-hitting question. Have you ever wanted to quit streaming as a whole? And the short answer is yes, I have. Before the whole Connor thing happened, before a lot of you guys came into my community, I streamed at 1 to 0 viewers for a year, playing Super Mario 64, speedrunning the same game every day for hours, and it was horrible, to say the least. You know, it was so demotivating trying to make conversation with myself, trying to make content for people that weren't there. I also didn't post on YouTube. I didn't have a TikTok. I didn't have Twitter. I didn't do any of that. I just streamed and thought I could make it, and that is a stupid thing to say. I can't defend that. If you want to try and make it like this, do what I do. Be a leech. I'm sorry, that is the only way you're gonna make it. Make a video on a streamer, get them to watch it, boom. Tweet at someone, like what I did, saying, oh, getting a world record for Connor Esports and hope you get lucky. Or just post YouTube videos, TikTok. If you just try to stream, you're not gonna make it. I promise you that. But yes, I have. Thankfully, I don't feel like that anymore. I mean, of course, there have been some points during this short few months where I've actually had a community where I just felt like I didn't want to stream. Not that I wanted to quit it, but there was just days where I was like, I need to stream, but I don't want to, but I did it anyway. And you guys probably could have told what streams those were, because I was really like not as energetic as I usually am during the streams. But that is it. If you stream, or if you want to start, you're gonna feel like that. I promise you, everyone has felt like that. Werefoy, I'm pretty sure you have. Modern Jack, you have. All of these people. I shouldn't say you have, because maybe they haven't. Who knows? Maybe they're built different, and I could be wrong, but I'm just saying they have, they might have, if they haven't, they probably will. And that is just something you're gonna have to deal with if you want to do this. Now, before I go on to the questions that weren't asked and just things that I want to talk about, I'm gonna hit some rapid fire small questions that don't deserve a full question segment. First, thoughts on KFC. I don't think it's good. Don't eat there. Eat at Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. There's much better restaurants. Next, favorite winged animal. I don't really know what this means. A bird, I guess. A hawk. I don't know. One of the birds. They're pretty cool, I guess. Some of them are. How much money do you got? A lot. That's because of you. Use your Twitch Prime. Subscribe to YouTube so I can have more money. Thank you. Thoughts on Among Us VR. Obviously, this was announced at the Game Awards, if you don't know. I don't care. I'm not going to play it. I don't have a PSVR. I don't have a Steam VR. I don't have a Quest 2. But then again, I also think they're just really trying to keep that game alive. And I kind of wish it dies. I don't think it's fun. I mean, sometimes it's fun when you're playing with your friends late at night. But then again, I don't like watching videos on it. I think it's just sleeper nowadays. Have you ever done a Nuzlocke, and will you ever do a Nuzlocke? This is a Pokemon Nuzlocke. You can look up something on it if you don't know. I'm not going to explain it. I've never done one, and I would be open to doing one. Probably not soon, because I've never been, you guys probably know, but I'm not good at just continuing the same game over and over, like with Ocarina of Time. I still haven't finished it. I played it, twice? But and when I say that, I mean like story games and stuff like that, not like Super Mario. But maybe one day I will, I don't know. Honestly, it depends on how many viewers I get during it. If I get 0, then I won't do it. If I get a lot, then I will do it. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Now, here are some amazing questions that were totally not written by me and not my alt accounts. How can I support you financially? Twitch Prime. Subscribe. Like this video. Comment on the video. Share it with your friends. How can I smash that like button? Just press it. That's honestly kind of a stupid question. How can I show this to my family? Again, just show it to them. I don't know, send it to them. How can I comment? Just comment. What are these questions? Who wrote these? How can I get notifications? Ring the bell. After you subscribe, there's a bell. Videos every Saturday. How can I watch you in your life? Twitch.tv/cryptic587. Alright, now those were all the questions that were asked in my Discord. Now I'm gonna get into the things that I wanted to talk about, either questions that I wanted to be asked but nobody asked them, or just things that I wanted to talk about. How did I start streaming? Now, as many of you know, I started streaming in 2020, started really streaming, but the first ever stream I did, I think, was in 2017 or 2018. I was on my PlayStation 4 and I streamed Fortnite Season 8. I still remember it. It was me grinding for the max level tier 1 skin. I forgot the name. It was a pirate. I don't know. I was grinding for the max tier, because I remember you had to get a certain amount of XP to get the fully evolved suit. But I did 2 of those streams way back, and so I don't really count that as my first streams, because after that I didn't stream for another 2 years. But then in around June of 2020, I streamed CSGO for 30 minutes on a laptop, and then the next few days I started streaming more. I streamed Minecraft, and I streamed the first part of Jump King, because I played it for an hour and a half, got mad, uninstalled it and returned it, so easy clap. And then I found out about Super Mario 64 and started streaming that. And then, as you all know, in July of this year, 2021, Colony Spans came into my chat, shouted me out on stream, and that's where most of you guys started watching me. Now, for the last question, I wanted to do something that you guys are probably all very curious about. I don't know if I have talked about this. Maybe I have. I probably didn't go into much detail, or I haven't talked about it in a while. But for the last question of this video, why don't you curse? Now, to start this story, we're gonna have to go all the way back to 2020, when quarantine first started. Now, in the beginning of May 2020, I started watching this YouTuber and streamer Traves, or Travis, if you know him. He was part of Lunch Club, before everything happened with that. But I remember I really enjoyed his content. He did this thing in May where he streamed every day, and he played Animal Crossing, or sometimes he played other games, but I remember I watched all of them. Sometimes they were at 12 at night for me, and I remember sitting on my phone in my bed watching the whole thing because I loved him. And I was kind of a Twitch noob. I still knew all the emotes, but I didn't have a laptop or a computer, so I watched everything on my phone. But one thing I noticed as, I kept watching him, is that he didn't curse. Like I said before, this was around the time where I first started streaming. This was like, I think early June or maybe mid-June is when I actually started to not curse. I am a little upset that I don't know the exact day that I started, because then I could count like how many days it's been. All I know is that it was in June, I'm pretty sure, is when I stopped, and I haven't done it since. I still don't know the exact reason, like the one thing that made me do it. I'm pretty sure, I remember when I first started, I thought that I wasn't very original and there was gonna be so many other people like me, like just random kids that just curse to be funny and just aren't that funny. That kind of explains me, except the cursing part. But at first, when I started doing it, you guys probably wouldn't think this, but it was very easy, you know. I didn't really come into much problems with it. Of course, the beginning was a little hard to get it out of my vocab, but like, there's never really any situations where I felt like I had to, or just felt like not normal because I didn't do it, if that makes any sense. But then, as time went on, and we actually went back to school, I realized that, you know, not cursing is a little tough when you're a 17-year-old kid. And recently I have admittedly been thinking about ending the streak and just saying screw it, but you know, not screw it, use a different word, and just start cursing again, because I do think that if I did, then I would be a lot more entertaining and a lot funnier, if that makes any sense. But I have been very hesitant about doing it because I feel like you guys wouldn't like it as much, or at least you would at first be like, I don't like this, I'm leaving, as a joke, but then not actually leave. And because I've kind of built my whole like streaming personality over this, and I feel like it's maybe too late to change, because you guys already spam I miss the old cryptic, even though there is no old cryptic. But so I was thinking about like, oh, could I do some compromises, like not do it on stream but do it off stream? But then I realized that would just not like make any sense, you know. I lost the streak, I might as well just do it anyway. And then as I kept thinking about it more and more, and admittedly been thinking that this is probably best for me and my career, in quotation marks of course, that I am going to do a Q&A video at the end of the year. And since I'm not doing one of those big best of 2021 videos like every other YouTuber, I need a special announcement, something to kind of change up my content instead of just the same kid that plays Mario and doesn't curse. I also needed a good title and thumbnail for this video so it gets more clicks. Now, as I'm recording these final moments of this video, and I think that the last video of 2021 should be a big one, should be one that changes my content forever. And I have been thinking about this since I got this idea in the beginning of November. And so, as of December 14th, the day I'm recording this, I will lose my no swearing streak. I think it is finally time. We've been PG for long enough. It is finally time to go cryptic after dark, but like every day, every stream. So, fuck. Well, there it is. I guess you guys also get my raw reaction. I don't know. It feels weird. I was literally sitting here for like an hour being like, okay, let me actually do this. Then I do it like, oh, alright, so, and then just stop. But there it is. The first time I've said it in over a year now, since June of 2020. But that's it. That's the big ol' announcement of this video. And so the streams will be changing now. We will use vulgar language, so the streams are turning from PG to PG-13, so you want to get your big boy pants on when you join the Cryptic 587 chat room. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It has been a beyond amazing year, and here's to a better one. Hopefully in 2022 we can have much higher quality videos, higher quality streams, and hell, even stream with bigger creators. That is my goal, really, and get Conrad's pants to listen to my song. But that is it. Thank you all so much again. I really do appreciate it. It has been really fun. Here's to a better year, and I will see you guys the next time I go live. Probably, if you're watching this the day it comes out, December 30th, I will be live, and I will talk about everything that's been happening, and we'll have a fun time. I don't know what we'll do. Probably play Mario. Who knows? But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.